Stop everything. I have 5 Black music industry romances that's going to give your TBR a serious upgrade. My name is Raquel. This is where we come to celebrate and explore Black books. Between secret studio sessions and the public drama of the music industry, these 5 romances are fighting for a happily ever after that's harder to get than a #1 hit. Let's get into it. With Love in the Studio. This is about a young woman who is young and dumb. Her words, not mine. She's gotten pregnant by a married man. And now that she's pregnant, she realizes he's not going to leave his wife. Duh. And so she's trying to move on and he won't let her. He's still trying to reel her in. After one day having a back and forth with him and this very difficult conversation with her mother, she decides she's going to go to the studio. She is an aspiring singer. And she goes to the studio, but by the time she gets there, she's in pain after the stress of these 2 conversations. The guy she's meeting with, Legend, who is a super music producer, award-winning, all of the things. She gets there and she is in pain. She needs care. He takes her to the hospital. And throughout the time that they've kind of been working with each other, he likes her. He thinks she's beautiful, but he's been scorned by a woman. And so he's not interested. So he say. This run to the hospital, she deems him her best friend. Now that she's deemed him her best friend, he doesn't take it lightly. Not only does he not take it lightly, he has bonded with the baby in her stomach. The thing is, it doesn't say, but it gives you the impression that Legend is a bit older than Kaylee. And Kaylee still has somewhat of a mature attitude where when she doesn't get her way or things are not happening the way she wants them to, it's her idea to blow up. That's how you handle it. You blow up and then you walk out. What I really liked about this book is how he helped her to express her feelings as opposed to blowing up. Now, the way she blew up, you can tell that this is a frustration that she has because she doesn't know how to express herself. So that was just one of the things in the book that I really enjoyed. #2, Wait for You by Shvonne Latrice. This is book #2 in the Crenshaw King series. Have you gotten into the Crenshaw King series? If you haven't, get into it. This is a great series, 6 books. So this one is about Kari, who is the oldest son from a blended family. In book #1, Kari got on my last freaking nerves. This boy was disrespectful. And I knew that he was going to be a character. I could not wait to read book #2. He has this girlfriend that they've been together for a couple of years. They're, young love, growing up. Now they're somewhere in their 20s. She has graduated college. In this relationship, that has changed. He is no longer the He's no longer the cheater that he was at this point in book #2. But in book #1, he treated her horribly. He is a rapper. Who doesn't think rappers sleep with any and everybody? Now, maybe not all of them, but he was already doing it before he was a rapper. So, once he became a superstar, this was going to continue. This was a great story. What I loved about this one is watching Kari grow up and turn into a man and really love couture the way she deserved. Next, we have A Shooter Song by Evelyn Latrice. Evelyn Latrice writes some of the best slow burns I have ever read. In fact, I didn't get into slow burns until I started to read her catalog. Now, this one isn't a slow burn. This one is roughly about 200 pages, more or less. This is about a young man who cannot get out of his own way. His name is Loyal. Loyal cares about very few things. He cares about his grandmother, who's in a nursing home. He cares about his best friend, Future, who's always telling him, get it together, bruh. And he cares about his music. However, none of these things take front stage over his bad boy antics. He is known in the streets as somebody who will get with you, if you know what I mean. So one day he is visiting with his grandmother at the nursing home. His grandmother, Miss Mary, will get you together. It does not matter that she has Alzheimer's. She will get you together. She does not care. In her right mind or not. There's a young lady that he went to school with. He's known for many years. They weren't very close, but she comes and she doesn't have a babysitter that day and winds up bringing her baby to work. Now, Loyal and his grandmother, yeah, the grandmother with Alzheimer's, winds up watching the baby while she's at work. And she's kind of in and out, so, she sees them. But Loyal and the baby bonds. And that part of the story is so cute because he literally loves this child as if it's his own. Now, him and Zai get together. The baby's name is Chloe, and they have this relationship that I don't quite understand. I really don't see why she's in love with him. But the relationship that he has with her daughter is so adorable. Now, I really enjoyed this book. Maybe I'm as crazy as she is. I don't know. But I really enjoyed this book. He does get into his music career. And when it gets down to it, these two were made for each other. This was a really good book. It was so good. I actually bought it after I read it. Next, we have Rhythms Blues by Love Belvin. Love Belvin is another one of those authors that I really, really enjoy her writing. This one is about a guy named Reggie, who is a musical superstar who wants to move into movies, but he can't because there's this rumor looming around that he may not be a straight man. And the movie company is really trying to make him a heartthrob, and they can't because it's rumored that he's gay. He's got this producer named Mike Brown. Mike Brown is the get it done kind of guy. He doesn't care if he's got to do it legal or illegal. He's going to get it done. So he's trying to convince Reggie to marry somebody in order to get this rumor off of him. Now, if you hadn't noticed first, this is an arranged marriage trope. And there's this young lady named Winter who has gone to school. She's got all the degrees and she's got the job. However, she hates her job. She wants to be a songwriter. She has this uncle who is more like a best friend to her. They are extremely close. They go out one night to have a drink, and she's going to tell him that she quit her job. They see Mike Brown there. She knows who Mike Brown is. Everybody knows who Mike Brown is because he's the man. This is like a bar where they have open mic and, different things like that. And so she's hoping to have a conversation with him. But what winds up happening is the police come in and take Van away. And now she is shook. Like, what the heck just happened? Mike Brown comes over to have a conversation with her. Now, I'm pretty sure by now you can guess what the conversation is. He wants to convince her to marry Reggie. This is a good series. It's 3 books. All books are out. The first book is about the proposition for her and Reggie to get, I keep calling him Reggie, it's Reggie. The first book is about the proposition for her and Reggie to get married. The second book is about her songwriting career. And the third book is about her love life. I enjoyed this book. If you have ever read any Love Belvin, then you can just anticipate that whatever she writes is going to be good. This was a great series. And now that you've gotten this far in the video, I have a bonus for you. It's called Mahogany by Nako. This book, oh, yes. I know I said 5, but I had to add this one. So Mahogany is a young lady who's going to get it how she lives by any means necessary. Mahogany is a stripper. She's a waitress. She's a booster. She's a scammer. Mahogany is going to get it. She has 2 kids, her brother, who's a teenager, and a son that's not really her son, but you have to read the book to figure out what's going on with that. Anyway, One day she's in the strip club. As a matter of fact, it's her first night in the strip club. She's uncomfortable and she's not happy. She bumps into this guy named Porter Bavay. I like that name, Porter Bavay. So Porter Bavay is a man who lost his entire family in an airplane crash. His entire family. Wife, 4 kids, gone. So he goes off to Paris, where he is actually from, and just falls apart for X amount of time. And then he winds up having to come back because he is a businessman, a multi-million dollar, billion dollar, he got money, businessman. And his business is falling apart. So he comes back to the States. His friends invite him out, like, hey, because they're worried about him. He lost his family, and 10 minutes after his family's funeral, he takes off for another country. He doesn't answer his phone, doesn't talk to anybody. The only thing that brought him back was knowing that his businesses were collapsing. They talk him into going out, and they take him to the strip club. This is where he meets Mahogany, and she is so beautiful. And not only that, he loves a feisty woman, and she is most definitely feisty. So this is where their love story starts. This is such a great book. Did I mention that Mahogany wants to be a rapper? Porter Bavay businesses consist of marketing, music, modeling, and some other things. So this is a perfect match. This was a great book. This is also a part of a series. The series is called Love Drought. You have Mahogany, Juice, and Carmen. Juice and Carmen you will also meet in Mahogany. You don't have to read all 3 of the books. You can read them individually, but if you read all 3 of them together, it really brings it home. This was also another great series. Didn't I tell you you would upgrade your TBR? Now, let me know if you have any music industry books you think I should read. I enjoyed all 6 of these books. If you pick any or all of them, I hope that you will enjoy them as well. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you soon.